Hello, this is Loopline. In this video I want to cover the Anchor Text Checker add-on. So what the Anchor Text Checker does is you load in your website and then you load in a list of URLs that have links on them to your website, and it will go through and it will read the anchor texts that are on those links to your website so you can see what your anchor text is, and then it gives us a nice percentage and everything. So if we don't have it, we're going to go to add-ons, show available add-ons, and then find the Anchor Text Checker add-on and install it or update it if need be. Once we have it installed, we're going to go to add-ons and Anchor Text Checker, and when it loads up we basically have the option to enter a list of URLs from file or harvester. I'm going to do it from the harvester, which is just these back here that I have already loaded. And so that is a list of sites that have links to my website, which is going to be scrapeboxfact.com. So I put in my website here, and these all have a link to my website. Now if I put in my website and I have a link to scrapeboxfact.com directly, it will work fine. If I put in my website and it has a link to scrapeboxfact.com/page1.htm, for instance, but I only enter this, but it links to page 1, then it's not going to show up in here because it's not an exact match. So I'm going to go ahead and click domain only, which means it will bring in any links on any of these URLs that have a link to anywhere on scrapeboxfact.com, which is what I want, because I want to see all the anchor text for the whole site that's everything linking in. Now if I were to enter, say, my YouTube channel here, it would, and click domain only, it's going to show me any anchor text for any link that links to anywhere on YouTube's, and obviously that's not what I want, because I don't want to see the anchor text for a million other YouTube videos from a list of URLs that I load in here. So that's how domain only works, and that's why it's an option to turn it off and on. You want to not use it obviously in that case, but in this case I want to use it. So we look at settings real quick, which is just basically connections and timeouts, pretty basic, and then whether or not your list anchor text is case sensitive. I'm going to leave it unchecked and hit start here. And it's running. While it's running, we see the list of URLs, whether proxies are used, how many, if they are, and the anchor text total that are counted here. And in the anchor text column, we can see this URL has 2 anchor texts that link to it, and this one has 44 and 11, 0, 2, etc. And then over here, the number of connections used. So I'm going to go ahead and stop it just because I don't need to let it finish. But you can obviously let it finish. When we click on these, it will show us none for here, but if I click on this, it'll show me the anchor text used that links to my website. So as I click on these, I can see what's going on. If I want to analyze individual ones, I can get this wonderful stats button, which gives me this percentage. 30% of my anchor texts are from my list are scrapeboxfact.com, and it tells me how many the account is, and then so on and so forth down the list. I can export this as Excel, which is pretty handy, and I can close out of this. Maybe I wanted to do competitor links. That's a possibility, so I can load in all my competitors' websites that link to them, and then their website, and then see what the anchor text they're getting links from, or if I want to see if something's out of balance on my website, etc. So this can be handy actually for a lot of different things. If I export here and save it, what I get is a file that looks like this, and I'll show it to you here. It's basically just a list of URLs. So the first URL had nothing here, and that matches up to here. You can see the first URL, but the second one had 2 anchor texts, and we can see the second one here has 2 anchor texts. So it gives you the URL that's over here, and then the first anchor text and the second one separated by the pipe key. And then this one obviously had like 44, so it gives you everything. So that's how the Anchor Text Checker works, and then the exit button is the only one, obviously pretty basic there. But that's how it works. You can get an export in a text file. You can get that stats section and export that as an Excel file, and you can check out your competitors, your own sites, or whatever you want to check out. And that's how the Anchor Text Checker works. Thanks for watching this Scrapebox video. For more Scrapebox videos, click the subscribe button on your screen or click the subscribe button down below.